Well, hey there team, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Desynced. This is a game that we're having a look at today and adding into rotation if it's well received. I already had a bit of a fiddle and had a play with the tutorial to accustom myself with this. It is an early access, what would you say, a Factorio-like, right? A colony management industrial sort of simulator with a touch of AI automation built in as well, which is cool. Two sort of genres that you don't see push quite up against each other as much, and two things that I really enjoy, especially the sort of automation loop that you get from some more niche games. Apparently it's being developed by Stage Games Inc. and Forklift Interactive is the publisher. I'm not familiar with either, so this seems like a first outing, but from what little I've already seen of it, it seems like a pretty strong start. Anyway, I guess we'll just start a new game, right? Free play, peaceful mode. Well, look, these are all the defaults, so we'll just start on the defaults, right? Activation protocol confirmed. All right, errors, lots of errors, very good. It's like when I start my PC. Data corruption, yes, cool, we are desynced. So I think it tutorializes a little bit in the main campaign here.
Your ship has been damaged, and I've taken you out of stasis.
Yes, thanks, Elaine.
Emergent Logistics Artificial Intelligence Network.
Oh, look at this.
Is a
Explorable.
Unidentified planet where I've deployed a team for you to command.
Okay.
This planet seems to be the source of the damage, and we are unable to leave the planet's orbit until our ship is repaired and the source of the damage is identified.
Good, we've got a long-term objective.
You will need to establish a small mining facility in order to proceed with ship repairs. This will be your primary objective.
Yeah.
Communications are currently limited, so one of the first things you will need to
get an
do
uplink,
is to establish an uplink,
which essentially enables us to do research by linking up with the main ship, I guess. Right? One of the first things you'll notice is your little bots, your little worker units, even your HQ, they all have these slots, right? And you can see internal, but these external, small, and these ones already have something in them. This one has a laser mining tool, right? So this modularity is probably, from what I've played of this, the real selling point. It is hyper modular in the way that you build buildings, right? Anyway, so we're going to deploy this base, and it's probably a good idea to have it near some energy as well. Is that just little bits lying around? It's a bit of a shame. Bit of a shame. I might risk it. I might scout a little bit. Right, so I've barely played this. You know how it is. I like to go in as blind as I can, but if it's sporting new mechanics, then having a dance with the tutorial is usually not a bad move. Okay, well that's kind of cool. Alright, I don't suppose you've got some big ore spots here. It doesn't look like it. Alright, well maybe we sort of halfway house this a little bit, right? So let's actually set up close to there. Insufficient resources detected. Well, I mean, what do you want me to do, game? I'm doing everything I can. How about I put it right there? Is that better? Jesus. Well, I didn't make up the rules. Bugger it. Well, let's give it a burl anyway, right? Actually, the one thing I'll scout up here just real quick, because we've got a blop here. Oh, that's promising. A crystal chunk. All right, well maybe that'll help. Actually, let's see. What do you reckon about that, game? Are you going to crack the sads at me now? That's much better. All right, because you have sort of a network operation range as well. Not just power, but the sort of the droids. The droids will go flat, so you got to be careful sending them out. I think they've got enough internal battery to return home, or at least it touched on that. So it might be a bit of a cop-out mechanic there. Okay, cool. So we built our command center, right? And what you can do, you start with a small turret, and you start with a fabricator. So you slot the fabricator in. See, you can see it's got two medium slots. In fact, you can see the slots it's gone in. We could put the turret in the other one. So these little small things, but as you could probably intuit, you can put small in medium, but not the other way around. What's this? Power cell internal. Transmits 500 power per second over a small area. And you can see we've got that there. Generated and load. Is it just sort of an RTG? Looks like it might be infinite. Okay, that's fine. So what we want to do, these guys have a little mining attachment on them. What's that say? Laser mine extracts metal and crystals with high efficiency. So what if we get you on that? And maybe we get you on that. So can you also mine without a mining tool? No. So I don't know why it's telling me ×2.
Its raw form for now. Metal ore will need to be processed into metal bars.
Yes, thanks,
This
Elaine.
will be achieved in the
Was that your name?
which you will
It is
find at the
now.
Command center.
Right. Yes. So we've got the fabricator. Now if you click on it, you click on here, you can change what we can produce. It's limited what we can produce. That's the next tier, the assembler, and that gives us higher tier recipes. But for the moment, metal bars, and you can see there's a conversion. This should all be familiar if you've ever played any remote colony manager. So this bloke is automatically, he's on the network, you can see here, logistics network, and he's just going to do best fit. And what he's actually doing, it's hard to see, is because this scout's just mining and filling up his inventory slots with ore. What this bloke's doing is he's grabbing the ore out of his inventory and transporting it to there. But because I put it all so close, it's not really well illustrated. In fact, let's move him down here. We might be able to visualize it a bit better now. Maybe. Have I shot myself in the foot? No, there we go. There you go. He's gone to get the iron. Except he's a bit of a debit, so he only moves so fast. Oh, is the conversion? Oh, it's a 1-to-1 conversion rate. So, I think he's waiting. I'm not sure actually. It looks like he's got a built-in sort of delay, which makes sense. You could probably tech into smarter bots, right? So, process metal bars, stored crystal.
We will require a large quantity of materials for future production.
No, you're not
Having
wrong.
Several dedicated production buildings is recommended. I would suggest building 1 or 2 more facilities to produce metal bars.
It's a good idea.
The more buildings
Let's
we
do
have,
that.
The faster we will be able to produce.
Okay, thank you. Enough of that. So if you press B or over here, you can pull up your little build things. And this is where you see the real modularity start to shine. So we've got a building. It's a 1x1 with a 1S. You can see it's got 1 small, 2 internal, but the big deal is the S. Now, I don't really know how best to efficiently place buildings. I haven't really, like I said, I've barely played this. But we're going to plonk that there. And you can see, this bloke's figured it out himself. There's got a bit of Per Aspera vibes. Oh, what a game. Game of Kings. Maybe I'll bring that back to the channel. Stop it, Scarlet. You're already playing a million games. So that's been built, and you can see it's got the same sort of profile as all the other blokes, right? This modularity. And so what we're going to do is we want to build a new fabricator. And fortunately, a fabricator can make a fabricator. So we will just do a bit of fabrication and inception. And these are all the inventory slots of our base, which there are buckets of. There's only 4 in this little small building, and your little units only have 4 as well. Like this bloke up here must be filling up. Yeah, so when he fully fills up, he's just going to stop. So you potentially want to build an automation solution for that. Now here's another cool little Gucci thing. What you can do here is click request item, and if I say this building wants a fabricator tick, he will then transport it across, right? Once it's built. Now that's good if you want to queue up a bunch of things. And then what we can do is just drag it from its inventory into its slot. So it's a little fiddly, but it all makes sense. It all adheres to a system. You just got to learn it. And now we have, essentially another fabrication setup, and we can turn this into bars production. So what I've found is you generally spend your time making the base a bit of a best fit, filling in the gaps. It's quite flexible. It's a bit of a flex building. Whereas these buildings you use to have more specific industry, right? So RoboShaz suggested that we build 2 of those, right? So we'll put another one there, and then I'll tell him to do another fabricator. Oops. Now what you could do, and I don't know if it's wise, you can drag this all the way up to say build infinite fabricators, but I don't know if we want to do that. I wonder what happens there. I tried that with building more robots, and I had a building that just kept spewing them out, and it kind of was bricking my economy. You can sort of see the in-out. This is a very clean economy here. Shows you, the rates that you're going through things. So you got to be careful with infinite production of non-resource goods. Now, once this is built, I think I might be able to... Oh, I already built 2 of them. Can I just drag it and place it over there? And there you go. It gives the same command. In fact, it put it in the slot, which is cool. All right, so little Andrew, he's going to do his best, and that's going to keep him a bit busy doing all that. And I guess we're processing more bars. When we get 80, the Robo Shaz will probably tell us what to do. For the moment, you could build storage. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I feel like they might spoon feed us that, and the game might explain it better than me. Yeah, look at this. Well, Alan, well and truly producing bars like crazy. Huh? Maybe she doesn't have anything to say. Okay, well, what we will do is we'll build storage. Maybe we just plop it there on the end. So he's helping build it. Now, how do we do this again? Fix slot to an item. What if I do that? I don't think that does anything. No. But what you can do is store. Set to an owned unit building. It will transfer its inventory where possible. So, I think I've done that back to front actually. I shouldn't have done it that way. I think if you go this way, there we go. He'll fill it up. Nice. Oh, he's just picking up crap. Oh, that's clever. So he's not strictly been told to be a miner. Now, actually, let's fiddle with this a little bit more. If we tell him to do that, can I just right-click to get rid of that? Yeah, okay, cool. Just go back to mining, please. You can't mine because your inventory's full. Can you drag shit on the ground? Okay, that's something. Good. What I think you can do is if you go like this guy and then you were to store against the inventory there, he will then potentially go and pick up stuff, maybe? Oh god. It's a bit fiddly, there's a bit to work out. But you can set it so that this guy just permanently mines. And then maybe if I right click on you. There we go. That's interesting. I've accidentally created some sort of waypoint. But you can create a scenario where this guy just keeps mining and then this bloke will keep filling up the thing. However, I'm not really sure. Scoutbot. Go to. Store. Visual. Signal. Alright, well let's just not fiddle with it too much more. Anyway, so we figured out how to do storage. For that. What else are we going to do? Well, we should probably keep building more things. The assembler, that's what I want to build. I want to build an assembler. Yes. Maybe we'll build another one of these little buildings here. Now, the assembler is medium, so you're not going to be able to slot it here. Oh, look at this. You can see it needs metal plates. Okay. I think I've got a spare fabricator lying around, don't I? So if I just request... There we go. He dragged it across. I didn't notice. And then I'm going to set you for metal plates, which is a 2-to-1 conversion there. So that'll start producing.
To produce more mining units, you must fabricate an assembler.
Thank you.
With it,
Yeah, no, I'm working on that.
Produce a worker unit and equip it with a miner component. Both of these are produced in the assembler.
Yeah.
It is also capable of producing circuit boards.
All right. So you, again, if you're familiar with these sort of genres, you're seeing the rhythm already, and it's great. I think it's actually really great. I think there's like monsters and baddies out there, very much like Factorio bugs that you have to deal with. But one thing at a time. Alright, well we've completed that, so let's plug it in. Maybe we plug it in there. We don't need the turret just yet. And then we'll see what else we can... Well, what else can we build with this? Not much more. Foundation plate. So I guess that's like floor? Maybe? Dunno. But here's interesting. You can do prefabs, which is kind of cool. So that's a complex build part. If you were playing Factorio, you would use an assembler, which is the building in that, to make more complex things there. Alright. Now she reckons build an uplink here, and in order to do that we're going to need to build circuit boards, and to build circuit boards we'll plug in here. However, it would make a lot of sense to set up circuit board production on a building here as well. I don't really know how their pathing works. I think they might be able to clip through each other, but not buildings. But for the moment we will just do it this way. Honestly, you can have that. We don't need it for the big building at the moment. Right. Oh, hang on. What am I doing? Oh, right. Okay, yes. So that's not going to work, because you need the medium fabricator to build the circuit boards. Okay, so let's pivot. Oh, wow. What are all these things? Let's pivot back here and we'll build the uplink now. There we go. It's just waiting for him to transport those across, which he's just done then, I think. There we go. Uplink's been built. Establish uplink, so we stick that in a medium slot.
We have established a connection to the surface, and I have
wonderful.
already begun synchronizing.
Oh, you can see it hanging out.
With this, we are now
Art reminds me of Cygnus Industries, actually. Another sleeper game that I think a lot of people slept on. If you like DSP, Dyson Sphere, that DSP, then you'll probably like Cygnus. Establish connection, tech tree, right? So we've got a tech tree over here. Look at these, human intel, virus intel. I don't know what any of that is. I think we want to do basic structures, because you can see here, you can get a building with 2S, which is cool, but this is particularly important. That's got a medium, so we can outsource some of the medium building, which would be absolutely bellissimo. Now, I think it just takes time. Step. Oh, remaining. Oh, right. Okay, so it does require construction mats a la research in Factorio. So you can, it's wearing its inspiration on its sleeve. So I guess that's just going to take a while. I could build some bots, right? I could build another worker. Let's do that. Build me a worker, game. Help this poor bloke out. It's just going to put more drain.
We should try to make our operations as efficient as possible by having dedicated production buildings, researching more advanced buildings and units, and by using automation.
100%, I agree.
Automation may be achieved in a variety of ways, the most fundamental of which is our logistics network.
Yep.
Make sure the robots that you wish to be fulfilling orders are connected to this network.
Exactly, so the default spawn is not connected to the network. So you click on that, and all of a sudden, he will now do what he can. Now you can see the starter bots are scouts, they're quite fast. But I don't really know. Is there an advantage of the worker over the scout? Not really. So your starting dudes are actually fairly high value. What can we do with that? We could probably... Hang on. Let's get you on the mining. There we go. Free up the scouts. Scarlet, you big brain bozo. Let's produce by robotics assembler in 4 seconds or 7 seconds, right? So you can get more efficient nubs. You on the network? You're just sitting there doing nothing, are you? Right. Well, you had nothing to do, I guess. All right. Same story. Let's get you over here. What did I do? I think I dropped item. Oh shit, you can barely see it. Oh nice, okay, so there you can see there's his little storage on the bum, and there's his 4 storage as well. I love when logistics games have a good visualization of the logistics end of it. Don't get me wrong, I like your Frostpunks and all that sort of stuff where it's sort of intangible, it's just a ticking number at the top, it works. But I do like when you actually have physical items and that get moved around. Right? So, go to store.
For worship repairs, we need higher level material production. Advanced materials are the next level of development, which
Yep.
can be produced in the assembler. We will require a higher volume of materials, so you will need more buildings and mining units to keep up with the
Agreed.
demand.
Yes. What I wanted to do is see if I can set this storage. Signal. Can be read through signal related components. Oh, that might be a bit much. Store. Set to an owned unit or building. It will transfer its inventory where possible. I don't know. Can you just put your inventory in that? Oh, well, that counts, I suppose. What was the flavor text for store? Set to an owned unit or building. It will transfer its inventory where possible. Right, so if I were to set you to that, will you move his inventory for him? Doesn't look like it, does it? What about if we do it the other way around? What if I do that to you? Okay, we might be onto something here. Right. I wonder why I couldn't get him to... Oh, it's transfer. It's hand your inventory off. Okay, I see it. I see it now. That's fine. Alright, this is cool. It's rudimentary, but it works. Are you on the network? You are. You just don't have anything to do. Okay, cool. Well, let's have a look at what we've got now. Did we get anything new here? No. We didn't get anything new there. Doesn't look like we got anything new there, but we will have new buildings. So we've got the 2 slot there, which is interesting. I wonder how you would use that. But we've got this. This is what we want. Oh wow, look, and it does like reinforced plate. Interesting. So, oh, there we go. You can do that. Okay, so that's the first step. Let's get reinforced plate going. Oh mate, this is absolutely brill. I'm having a great time. I wonder if you can overwrite. Cannot build here. No. Is there an upgrade or? Maybe not. Oh, tell me more about this. Build me some floor. How would I even use that? Oh, here we go. Foundation. Ground foundation that gives 20% speed boost. All right. And you can build walls, which I'm sure will come in importantly later. Oh, right. So these default wall bits count. Aha, right. So it sort of auto-generates its own floor. Great. Nice. Let's get one of these built, shall we? Oh, this is gonna rock. I wonder if you could just you could probably put fabricators and crap into these little cars. You know what I mean? So like, because of the modularity of it, you could do all sorts of wild stuff. In fact, let's... Here you go, give him a fabricator. And then you drag that off there. Who do I give it to? You. There. Look, he's got a fabricator on his head. Oh, I love it. This is really cool. What are we missing here? Circuit boards. Alright, so it's a little bit fiddly while you get that initial industry underway. That's alright, as expected. How's this guy going? Yeah, okay. He could probably use some help. So what's this missing? Metal plate now. Okay. So, where's he going? Oh, he loaded his inventory up, but this storage bay is full. Interesting. Oh, here we go, we're constructing now. So, let's build another one of these. An assembler. And I guess we could request assembler onto this. So when that's built, comes across. Here we go. Let's go reinforced plate. Nice. Let's get circuit boards there. Oh, it's starting to come together now. Now, where are we bottlenecking? Like, you can see here, but that doesn't seem to be affecting really any of this at all. Like, we still have float. Oh, right, you can place your blueprint ahead of time. Ah, so we could probably double this up into material, advanced, whatever this is, reinforced plate. That I was going to say, that will start draining our resources a bit. That's all right. Well, what can we do about that? So it looks, so you can build lesser things with this as well. It keeps all the other small components. Build another bot. Get more mining going. Oh, there he is. Let's give him a mining hat. Wait for that to get built. Now we're in a little bit of a pickle. The bars are starting to back up. That's right. And AI does seem to balance the queue smartly enough. Oh, it needs 5. Oh, okay, right, and that's telling you how many more it needs. Yeah, so it does get to the tasks eventually. Alright. Put that on his head. And then, I don't know, get him mining as well.
We have a wider range of structures now with which to expand our base. We
Nice.
will need to research basic robotics to produce more advanced materials needed
R-
for
right.
mothership repairs.
That makes
and
sense.
More efficient units to manage our base.
Sure. So you want me to do basic robotics. So what did that actually give us? Yeah, okay, I can see that. The 2 buildings and the structure, yeah. So where's basic robotics? What's this? Tech unlocks. Yeah, okay, some things. Looks like it. Okay, right. Robotics assembler. Dedicated laboratory for robotics. A dash bot. Faster upgrade to the worker bot with additional inventory. Right, so it's a higher tier robot. There you go. A 1x1 medium. A 2 medium slot. Energized plate, which it looks like you need for the dash bot. Silicon. Nice. Cure up, baby. Yeah. I think we're doing okay. Can you build me one of those, please? Here we go. There we go. And we're going to plonk it on there. And then we're going to get this bloke to build this. How's our network doing? It's okay. It's alright. Our steel bar production is getting sucked up by the metal plates. You can see there. So what's going on there? That's doing it about 6 seconds. I mean, obviously there's going to be transit time. But if that's doing 6 seconds at a 2-to-1 and that's doing them in 4... shouldn't they still be outpacing it? I guess it depends on the efficiency. Looks like we're not getting bottlenecked on metal ore at least, which is good. This guy needs to go back to mining, and we'll just cancel all this shit because that's confusing me. Where are you going, Goose? Go over here. I do want you on the network. Are you on the network? Yeah, cool. Oh, you know what? This guy's inventory is full. That's better. Yeah, he doesn't have the inventory space to really contribute a whole lot. Interesting. I wonder if they're smart enough to load up multiple stacks if they've got the inventory for it. Oh, I don't know. There's a lot going on here, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Anyway, humble beginnings. Desynced. Off to a strong start for what it's offering in early access, and I like it a lot. Let me know if you want to see some more, team. We will keep chipping away at it. Otherwise, we might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.